Okay, let's finish up the laws of exponents. Oh, there's 2 more laws to go. What do you get when you raise something to the 0 power? Well, I could look at this problem 2 different ways. I could say, hey, anything divided by itself is 1, except for one number. What number can I not divide by itself? That's right, I can never have 0 in the bottom. But another way to do it is to say, hey, wait a minute. When you divide 2 things same base, you subtract the powers. 6 minus 6 is 0. These 2 have to be the same because I used legitimate methods to simplify the problem. So therefore, anything to the 0 power is the number 1. Now, I'll do this problem on a test, and people will get mad at me. 1245 to the 0 power times 16,000. They'll say, oh, I need a calculator. Oh, Mr. Murphy, you're so mean. Well, wait a minute. Anything to 0 power is 1. So it'd be 16,000. So anything to 0 power. So if I have 5x to the 0 times 3x, be very careful. Anything to the 0 power is the number 1. So it's 1 times 3x is 3x. This is 1. Now 0 cannot be used for this because to prove it you got to divide by it, and you can't divide by 0. This one, what is anything to negative power? Well, I could do, wait a minute, this is 1 over x, or I could say it's x to the 6 minus 7, which is x to the negative 1. So this has to be the same as this. And what happened to the problem? Well, you took the reciprocal. So I always like to say, hey, you moved it. So a negative in a power is just a reminder. It means at some point you need to move this term. So if I have x to the negative 4 over x to the 6, I need to move this term. Now there's no parentheses, so I don't move this. So this would become 1 on top times x to the 4th, x to the 6th. Because a negative power just means move it. Move it. So let's look at some problems here. Anything to the 0 power is 1. Anything divided by 1 is just the anything. Oh, I have a negative in a power. I have to remember I need to move it. Move it. So I get this. Notice I didn't move x to the 4th because it's already in the bottom. It's not negative, so it doesn't move. So this would be 1 over x to the 7. This one. Oh, I need to move this down. But wait a minute, this is negative, so I need to move it up. Now, I like to move it before I simplify. You actually don't have to. I just think it's easier. Now, I don't know why people destroy this problem. Number to a negative power means move it. Or take the reciprocal. So try this one right now. What is 3 to the negative 2? Okay, negative means I flip it. 2 means I square it. So it'd be 1/9. This one. So this one I'm going to leave alone. It doesn't have a negative power. This one negative, oh, bring it down, bring it down. This one, oh, negative, bring it up, bring it up. Oh, yes, move it, move it, move it. This one, leave it alone, no negative. So it'd be x to the 10th over y to the 18th. Law of exponent, when I have a product raised to a power, I raise each one. So negative 3 is 9. This would be y to the negative 12. Oh, I see a negative. I see a negative. Move it, move it, move it. This one, I have a base raised to a power, raise the whole thing to another power. So it's negative 6 times negative 3 is x to the 18th. No more negatives, so no moving. Try these 6 for me, please, right now. And then turn me back on. Okay, so it's a fraction. Reduce it. It's 1, so it disappears. This is just x to the 4th on the bottom. And 10 y's cancels with 10 of these y's, so it'd be y to the 11th. Oh, I have a base to a power, raise it to another power, I multiply, so x to negative 24. Oh, negative power, move it, move it, move it. I moved it. So this one, I need to do two things. I need to cube it, and I need to flip it. Take the reciprocal because it's on both. So 3 cubed is 27. Flip. 4 cubed is 64. Flip. Put it on top. This one, oh, base to power, multiply. This would be x to the 40th. Oh, negative power, I need to move it, move it. So it's x to the 18th, y the x to the 40th, excuse me. So 1 over x to the 58. Okay, oh, 30, 15, so that goes into that, that's 2. Oh, I'm going to move this because it's negative power. Oh, I'm going to move this, it's got a negative power. I'm going to leave this one alone, leave it alone. Oh, negative power, move it. So, actually, I don't need the division symbol, and none's going to be on the bottom, so I'd have 2. X is 6 divided by x cubed is x cubed. Multiply two things, same base, you add the powers. This one, oh, a product raised to a power, you raise both to that power, so it'd be x to the negative 30, y to the 20. Negative power, I need to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it. So that's my answer. So an answer cannot have a negative in the power except for scientific notation, whatever that is. So except for scientific notation, you cannot have a negative in the power. So you got to move it. Okay, we'll talk about this in class, of course.